Hey there, creative wizards! Welcome back to another exciting After Effects tutorial. In today's tutorial, we are going to unravel the secrets behind the mesmerizing invisible pen effect. Get ready to wield your virtual pen and create magical animations that will leave your audience wondering how it was done. With this technique, you'll be able to draw and animate objects with an invisible pen, adding a touch of mystery and intrigue to your videos. So let's dive into the world of visual sorcery and unlock the power of the invisible pen effect in After Effects. In Illustrator, let's create a new file. Letter is fine. And now let's select the pencil tool, And in here, let's just write the word Adobe. So, Adobe. And it's not very attractive, but it should suffice. And let's go ahead and copy this. In After Effects, let's create a new composition. 1920 by 1080 is good. I'll call it Invisible Pen. Click OK. And now create a solid. Control or Command Y. The color does not matter. Now let's paste this mask in here and press M for mask, then Control T, and let's just make this a little bit bigger, only so that we can see it better. And now we have the word Adobe here. Let's add the stroke effect to this. So Effect, Generate, Stroke. And of course, the Effect Controls panel opens up. Let's change some things in here. The first thing we're going to change is the paint style. So instead of on original image, we will choose on transparent, which is really why the color of the solid didn't matter. Let's change the color of the stroke to be kind of gold, a little bit more yellowish, maybe something like that. And click OK. Let's change the brush size to about yay, and also the hardness. Let's make it really kind of soft. So I think I'm going to change the hardness to 0. Maybe a little bit thicker. And that's good. Now, move your playhead all the way to the beginning and keyframe the end property here in the Effect Controls panel and change its value to 0. The stroke should have disappeared. Now move to 4 or 5 seconds to the right. It doesn't really matter. We can always adjust it and change the value of end to 100. What you have is a stroke that draws itself and writes the word Adobe. Let's go ahead and create a magic wand that will draw this up in the air. And now let's grab the pen tool and create a little magic wand. Let's make it brown, because it's going to be a stick of something. And now I'm just going to create a couple of dots here and here. Just make it a little bit crooked, like yay. And then there you go. That's actually pretty good for a magic wand. And now I want to move the anchor point of the wand to where the wand writes. So right here. Now, fairly easy. Copy the mask path and paste it onto the magic wand. I'm going to rename this P for position, and now we can paste it. And now all we have to do is select the solid, press the letter U, and now move this last keyframe as we press and hold the Shift key so that our keyframes start and end at the same time. Now, as for scale, I'm going to make the magic wand a little bit shorter. And now R for rotation. And let's have it about yay. And that's it. In fact, we could keyframe the rotation of this so that as it draws, it can rotate a little bit. And this is good. Let's have it down here. And I understand that the rotation keyframe, the last rotation keyframe, doesn't really end with a stroke keyframe, but that doesn't matter. And this is what we have. We have our magic wand writing the word Adobe. And because magic wands are really magical, let's go ahead and create a black solid, which we're going to call glow. Let's add to this black solid a lens flare effect. So effect generate lens flare. Let's center this lens flare here and reduce the brightness to about yay. There you go. This will be the glow of the magic wand. Why not? And now select the magic wand, P for position, and copy those position keyframes and paste them onto the glow. And there you go. All we have to do is now change the blending mode of the glow to screen. And now you have a magic wand that is not just drawing the word Adobe, but it's glowing as a good magic wand should. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. And then, of course, if it's a magic wand, it should have particles. In other words, some kind of magical dust that comes in from its power. So let's create a new solid. The color does not matter. And in fact, let's rename it Magic Dust. And let's put it underneath the glow. Let's go to Effect, Simulation, Particle Playground, and here in the Effect Controls panel, let's go ahead and expand the cannon and make our glows yellow, because we all know that glowing should be yellow. And click OK. Move the playhead all the way to the beginning, keyframe the position of the cannon, and paste. What you have now is particles that are following the magic wand, but we don't have enough. So let's go back to the Effect Controls panel, and where it says particles per second, increase that considerably. And now we're talking magic dust. In fact, at the very end, let's keyframe the particles per second around here, and then just move a little bit and then change that number to 0 so that the particles stop being generated when the magic stops. And this is what we have. And there you have it, the invisible pen effect in all its enchanting glory. I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial and are inspired to experiment with this captivating technique in your own projects. The power to draw and animate objects with an invisible pen is now in your hands. Remember to practice, explore, and let your imagination run wild. If you found this tutorial helpful, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Feel free to share your creations with me as well. Thank you for joining me today, and until next time, keep creating magic with After Effects.